All right, howdy Fiona. We don't have class till next week Tuesday, but that's going to give us a lot of lessons to go over if we wait till then. So since I have 67% of the class here today, I thought we would go over lesson 49, make a video for Fiona, and then she can watch it and keep up. Okay, let's look at page 213. At the bottom of the page, you see it's titled linear intercept. What is the root word of linear? Can't hear you, Fiona. Michael? Line. Okay, good. Now that first one, if you look at it, can you see where it crosses the y-axis? Yeah. That one crosses at 2, right? So you can see that, all right, that equation would be y equals, it's a downward slope, so negative 2/3 x, and then it's plus 2 because it crosses at 2. But that line to the right, oh my goodness. We have no idea where it's going to cross, but probably like way up around, I don't know, 15 or something, right? It's way off the graph. So it'd be kind of hard to graph that and figure out what the y-intercept is, but could we figure out what the slope is? So if we figure out the slope, and then we plug in a point for, plug in for the x and y coordinates of a point on that line. It could be the one way up there at the top, which is 3, 6. We could do 4, 0. We could do 5, -6. We could do any of those, okay? Turn the page. It looks like they chose, which I would probably too, 4, 0. And then the slope is a negative slope, and it's 6. So -6. So that gives us, when you solve for B, that gives you 24 for B. Does that make sense? Well, if you look back, yeah, I estimated 15, but yeah, maybe 24 is actually a better guess of where it would cross the y-axis if we sort of graph the whole thing. Okay? Then 49B. Let's look at an example there. 49.1. We have two lines that are parallel. So do you remember when we have parallel lines intersected by a transversal, the corresponding parts are equal? So in other words, all the small angles are equal, all the large angles are equal, and every small angle plus large angle adds up to 180. Good. So they give us 153 degrees for that one angle. So what would Z have to be? 27, right? Because 153 plus 27 is 180. Well, if that's 27, then if you go up to the triangle, do you see that that angle P would have to also be 27? Okay? So now we can just focus on the triangle, which they show below. So we have the hypotenuse is 7, one side is 8, the other side is B. We have the angle, and now we can use the trigonometry stuff. All right, let's say it together. Here we go. Say it with us, Fiona. Some old horse caught another horse taking oats away. So we'll use that to figure out the opposite and the adjacent sides. Okay. So they give you another example there, and again you can figure out that angle B would have to be 22 degrees, therefore angle A is the same, 22. And then at the top of page 215 it shows a triangle with a hypotenuse of 90, an angle of 22, and you're solving for N and M, which we've done that before, although it's been a couple of weeks, right? You didn't do it over Christmas break, I bet, did you? Okay, now go to page 216, and let's take a quick peek at I want to talk about 26, but before we get to that, Look at 24 and 25. I don't know why, but a lot of times students, other two students have trouble with this. They see the 2 points, but they don't look at what is it asking for. So 24 is saying find the distance between the 2 points. So best way to do that is you graph it, use Pythagorean's theorem to figure out what are the 2 legs, you know. But then 25 is you're finding the equation of the line through those 2 points. We have the new equation, number 7. I think one of the last things before we went to Christmas break was like 8 and 9. Let's talk real quick about number 8. What would be the first step in solving number 8, Michael?
The square root of each.
Not yet. First step.
Popping it out.
What?
Popping it out.
Nope, before that.
Move the 3 to...
Right, move the -3 to the other side. So you're going to add 3 to both sides. Then you'll square both sides, which will make that pop out on the left. So on the right you have 8, and then when you square it, that would be, what's 8 squared?
64.
64, right? Okay. Number 9, you're going to put parentheses around the x plus 1. When you square that, it's like x plus 1 times x plus 1. So you have to do the whole FOIL method. And then pop out the thing on the left. Okay. I'm going to stop that video, and then I want to teach you lesson 50. But I don't want this video to be too long.